split or next game, and hopefully we go the full 3. Go the distance! Come on, Team Canyon, give this the competition. Mirage showing that they are the bosses to beat here with the victory over Dev, dominating Group A. Now we are in game 1 of the ESPN Esports Invitational Final. Let's go, Team Mirage versus Team Canyon.
As now we start things off, the buy phase going to start ticking down as both teams locked and loaded ghosts and potentially a couple of sheriffs in town. We'll see Team Canyon prepared to make a heavy aggressive push. But it will be the Viper coming out from Team Mirage, something I definitely did not expect. Considering the low amount of play in this tournament, I believe Viper had about an 8% pick rate across the entire tournament. And that really was just Entity picking it on the side of team, on the side of day 2. But it'll be a few quick kills traded away for Team Mirage and Team Canyon. We'll have to see if Team Mirage are able to use the Viper to great succession. But now Team Canyon poised on Long and Hookah to push on in onto that B site.
Make sure you stay tuned for the entirety of this. This is a best of 3 coming to you for the ESPN Esports channel exclusively on Twitch. This tournament has been. We have been powered by HyperX. Thank you very much to all parties involved for helping us along the way. We see Hiko and Kellar trade frags there. Team Mirage up 3. They should get this defuse. And round 1 goes to Team Mirage on that pistol round. AZK once again, like I said, having one hell of a performance, really carrying more than his weight and then some for Team Mirage. Skadoodle tied in the frags here after the pistol round. And we see Hiko again on Breach, Simo. He's been playing it almost all tournament. He's had some really good moments too. He knows how to use the flash as well, knows how to use that ultimate to knock people off of the spike, or even better yet, push them back and prevent plants. And now we see Team Mirage buy out, and they will be against Team Canyon's save here after Team Canyon lost the pistol round.
Yeah, pretty sneaky push coming out here. Brax with a few open frags, able to get synced down, and now 5v4 favoring on the side of Team Mirage as Team Canyon still poised and interested in this B push, but it will be the slow back away. May look towards Market. Ska here, a very interesting pick with the Viper. Using that poison cloud, but with the Toxin low, has to back away. But again, he can turn that back on the drop of a hat. Just depends on his toxicity, not his obvious chat toxicity, but the toxicity meter that he's got within his agent. But now Team Canyon poised with the Sheriff, a couple of frenzies and ghosts in tow, ready to push on in. So it'll be Ska waiting in the wing to get one. Spectre another, a third, but Aceu will deny that third as Team Canyon still interested, but Mirage quite healthy on the health bars, and the rest of the team look to defend.
I can say, after covering him for many, many years, Skadoodle, despite his Viper play here, is not a toxic person. Very quiet and humble human being, even after winning a major. Sweet guy. Always want to see him do well, but unfair, unbiased here as Team Mirage takes the second round. Now we should see a buy be able to come out here from Team Canyon, even if it is only Spectres. But they do have enough across the board right now to buy Phantom and Vandals if they don't want to buy any abilities, and prioritize gun over ability from everyone there. Very interested to see what they will do here now with proper weapons. We do know that Bind is slightly defense-sided, not nearly as bad as Split. Split is more or less previous Nuke, if you're a Counter-Strike fan in the chat. You know how bad Nuke was if you were on the T side of things. But now we see a push up this A short. Ska frags out synced. Aceu returns onto Ska with that headshot. Looking for a situation here. Breach flash does not connect though. Aceu's sneaky out of there with that dash from Jet. Nothing just sitting over here though with his steam beacon, with the Phantom shooting through the smoke.
Yeah, and it's going to be Mendo that will find that one onto nothing as Dizzy just trying to secure that ult orb, but still The rosters do here favor Team Canyon. They are up a man in the advantage as Team Canyon still looking and interested into that short push, as it will be Hiko and Brax actually switching over to that Cypher this round. Last round up against the devs, he was on the Omen. Seems like it's the preferred choice on Haven, but now Cypher v Cypher, Kellar looking to plant the spike, and Hiko opening things up onto Dizzy. But now at 3v3, things start to get a little bit interesting. Hiko here with another frag as he's looking for more, and now the swing around Tetris. Flash, the fault line ready to go, and I don't quite think it'll tap just anybody as Hiko and Brax still waiting in the wings. One kill will come through, and Aceu in a 1v3. Hiko through the box. Oh, wow. What a shot coming out from him. And they will secure round number 3 for themselves. Team Canyon still looking to put one on the board.
AZK and Hiko holding it down. They may change things up here or there. We've seen some Brax on some Omen. We've seen Skadoodle back and forth on some characters also. But Hiko and AZK sticking to what they know. Hiko on Breach, AZK on Sage. Repetitive motion. You know what you're doing. It's just like their aim. You do it over and over again until you're the master at it. And they are trying to master these characters here as we see Team Canyon start to potentially stack towards A side. Undecided yet, though, here before the round starts.
And a pretty aggressive push coming out here from Mirage. They're just checking down B long. And it'll be the spy cam on the side of Team Canyon. Kellar able to scout out AZK. Knows that there's at least one, maybe two, on the side as the spy cam. Even though the dart will connect, it will spot out Brax as well. And now Team Canyon poised and interested onto this B side as the rest of the team still spread out. It'll be Dizzy waiting in the showers, as well as Sync waiting in market, who will hold off any potential pushes, as the rest of Team Canyon now interested to this B site. They're looking down long, looking into hookah, but still with their economy in a little bit of shatters.
My ult's ready.
The ghost here for Aceu, as well as another pistol for the rest of the team. Just trying to maybe chip away at the economy here for Team Mirage. A couple of shots, maybe a few kills would definitely benefit them. And even a spike plant will be just as good as any. 300 credits will help in the next round. But now things are starting to cook up. Blade Storm will be used, but no one is around the corner. It'll be Brax that's very likely the first opposition that will be tagged here. One in elbow. And now the jump on. Brax will find through as he waits in the wings. It will be 3. And a rough eco for Team Canyon, obviously not able to make it work, as now the last member remaining is Dizzy. He's pushing in onto short, looking for at least one kill. One kill to help him through this next round, but that's going to be what he finds. One kill onto Ska, picking up a Vandal, feeling good. Can he clutch this out or get a couple of kills before he gets taken down? But with the timer expiring, he's going to find AZK. Now one more, he's going to turn it onto nothing. That's the type of thing that you want to do, especially in an eco. Unfortunately, losing the round, but maybe helping things out a little bit in the economy.
Dizzy there with those nice kills. Obviously, one of the most famous players in all of Apex Legends. Maybe some people tuning into the stream are not familiar with Apex or with Counter-Strike. Either way, we are happy to provide some color here on who these people are. Maybe you're new to Valorant. Welcome to Tactical Shooting Games. Simo and I are big fans here of Valorant so far. Both been enjoying the game over the last couple of weeks. Very happy to be casting for you. As we see Team Canyon start to stack a little bit on that A mid side. They have dropped a spike as they try to get some intel. A little bit of pushing up there for Team Canyon, though. Trying to look through the bathrooms. Aceu will get fragged out by Nothing. Nice headshot there from Nothing. And another onto Synced. Nothing starting things off hot. Hiko onto Dizzy. Ska onto Mendo. And now it is a 5v1. No flawless, though. Kellar, as always, maybe not able to clutch this, but certainly you're not making it a flawless round any longer.
Yeah, similar to that very last round that we just had. He's trying to get a couple of that opposition out. He's going to find Hiko, and he's going to see that there's one around the corner, but it will be Ska that takes him down. And now a considerable start for Team Mirage, 5-0. Very different from what we saw up against the devs. Team Canyon having a very rough time in the beginning on the attacker side. Will they bounce back? It's going to be rough for the economy. Aceu obviously locked and loaded with 7,000, but the rest of the team very likely not able to buy Vandals and Phantoms. So we may see yet another economy round come out from Team Canyon, but we'll have to see, and I'll be the sheriff that will very likely confirm it. Now Team Mirage still poised, aggressive as usual, looking for round number 6 to start us off.
Smoke's down. I got the spike.
Let's see here what will happen. Nothing gets Kellar through all of those smokes. Sync does get that sheriff frag. We have seen the sheriff in this tournament a lot. Maybe it got not favored in pugs as much, but seeing it a lot here, we will see Sync to be able to get the plant. That ult not coming through enough from Hiko on the breach. Sync does get it down. Now Team Mirage find themselves in a retake position, walled off here. Brax throwing that disc over the top of the wall. And Brimstone ult coming out. Doesn't get anybody, but it does push them back. Effective use, even if not a kill. Sync just waiting around here. Brax gets Aceu, Hiko gets Mendo, and Hiko ends it by getting Sync. That will be a defuse as AZK and Hiko, two of the stalwarts for this team, consistent players throughout the entire tournament, gets the defuse. And we see Team Mirage, and what was a pretty good plant for Team Canyon, Team Mirage still gets it out and wins 6-0.
Yeah, we were halfway through the first half, and Team Mirage definitely feeling themselves, especially Hiko, 10 kills, only dying once out of 6 rounds. Has to be pretty happy about that. Gonna spray onto the Tetris block just a little bit, leave his mark, and he's definitely been leaving this mark on this game. Is now Team Canyon able to lock and load with a full buy. We'll see how they will push on into Team Mirage, and they're spread out pretty considerably around the map. The spike has been thrown down and marked. It's the rest of the team looking for information. 3 ultimates available for both sides, 2 neutral thefts, 1 orbital strike, a Viper Spit, a resurrection, and run it back on the side of Dizzy. See if any of it's used, but Team Mirage still sitting pretty, as no considerable push has happened yet on the side of Team Canyon.
Hiko with this fancy scoreline, as you may have seen earlier on the scoreboard. Hiko looking like a tournament MVP. Shall Team Mirage be able to win this? One of the more consistent ones, him and AZK, over the past couple of days for Team Mirage. Took it easy through Group A. Were the clear-cut favorites in that group, beating the Devs earlier 13-11, and now we find themselves in the finals. Hiko, once considered one of the best North American Counter-Strike players, continuing to show that he has FPS prowess. Mendo, though, will revive on Aceu. This will try to be a push for Team Canyon. It doesn't get anyone, but it doesn't matter. Nothing actually finally does get the frag onto one. A very late one there for him, but he follows it up. 2 headshots on Aceu, another on the Kellar. AZK follow it back. Now we see AZK stuck between a rock and a hard place here in Hookah. He does not have enough time to plant, and that is a loss for Team Canyon.
What a cheeky little orbital strike coming out from Team Mirage as they were starting to funnel on into Hookah. He actually was able to find one with the orbital strike, I believe, or maybe it was the follow-up with the Molotov grenade, but still, nonetheless, nothing ready to burn them to a crisp as they hop their way into Hookah, maybe asking for too much fire than they initially bought into. And I'm starting to realize when I see Viper at the top of competitive play that in some way, shape, or form, she acts like a Cypher. Cypher able to push off other enemies with his utility, able to scout them out, and once they know that they've been scouted out, they're kind of discouraged from a push-in. Viper Spit used in short last round. Team Canyon just backed away completely, and we saw that now. They were able to lose that round, but a big push coming out here from Aceu and Trent. They find one, and Mirage has 3 members remaining, but Brax will fight tooth and nail for those frags.
Where you are.
Team Canyon now in the 3v4. Still very doable for Mirage. Seen it time and time again. The aftershock not going to connect. It's Cyber Gate after Cyber Gate. Swing on in. Brax will find one. It's traded back and forth. But
Going
now
up.
a 2v2. The spike's been landed. A crucial round here for Team Canyon. Can they make this work?
here.
And Dizzy now waiting in the wings. They've got the stim beacon locked and loaded while it is AZK and Hiko on the other side. Hiko holding the angle, ready for who comes on the other side, and it'll be an easy spray down as they find round number 8 on the board.
What a dominant defenders start here from Team Mirage. Will they be able to 12-0 this side of the half? Interesting for them. This is really everything you could have asked though, Simo. You have Team Mirage, former Counter-Strike pros. These are the guys that you know can aim better than everyone else, right? They have the slick aim. Valorant is heavily inspired by Counter-Strike for those who have not played. Versus Team Canyon, Apex Legends, and a fantastic game within its own right. I don't know about you, but I very much like to play it myself. And it's very ability-oriented. Maybe not the same way that Overwatch is, but certainly in the same way that this is. And using your abilities in addition to your gunplay. As we see Skadoodle here fragging out Dizzy. All that to say, this is the matchup that everyone should have wanted. Abilities versus gunplay. Let's see.
Oh. Sk's gonna walk right into the share, but he's gonna come out on the other end unscathed. Is now a 3v2. Team Canyon on their eco, able to find a few crucial frags as Hiko is still looking to defend. Fault line gonna come through, looking to discourage the push any further. But still, Team Canyon waiting in the wings to have full control of U-Haul, but that control isn't really that good. As the rest of the team waiting on the side, Storm will find one, but AZK knows that something's up, finds the frag as well as Brax to follow. And it's round number 9 as Team Canyon have yet to put one on the board.
Saw Aceu bring out the Blade Storm there. And normally we see Jets go up into the air, throw him down, raining from the sky like a Pharah in Overwatch. For them. Instead there, just a quick little knife. You know, he probably could have pulled out his combat knife and stuck the same thing. But nonetheless, using the Blade Storm there to get a kill, but it is not enough. Team Canyon advancing with 0 rounds here as we get closer and closer to the half.
I can definitely feel the Team Canyon fans that trying to give their support, trying to rally the troops. If you want Team Canyon to come out on top, now is the time more than ever to show your support as Team Mirage are looking dominant. AZK showing us that dominance, getting the kill on Kellar. But it'll be Mendo that says good night, fellow stage player, and takes it down to the operator as well. As Team Mirage are now at a disadvantage. Rolling Thunder going to stop the push. Aceu finding the open frag, and Team Canyon finally looking good as they look to push onto the B site with only Brax and Skadoodle left remaining. Skadoodle finding a frag onto Dizzy on the other side. Brax, the last remaining member here on the B site, looking to still defend it as they push on in. Will plant the spike. One shot will come through, takes it down. Gonna swing around the corner. It's Aceu that finds that one. And now in a 1v2, Skadoodle still very doable. Pushing on through aggressively. One in wood, gonna back away. And the shot from Mendo will secure the fate of Ska as Team Canyon will put up their first round in this first half.
Finally, there it is. Team Canyon cracks the door open. The economy from Team Mirage will still be very potent. They will be able to buy all the weapons that they want as we get an equal gun round here from both sides coming up. But Team Canyon does it. They broke the wall. This will not be a 13-0 after all, as it may have once seemed. Simo, 9-1 for Team Mirage. Still a significant advantage. Almost insurmountable. But we've seen crazier. We did see earlier in the tournament, we did see Team Hero scale back from 9-3 at one point at a half against Team 6. I will not forget that on Monday. One hell of a match. Can we see Team Canyon walk in their footsteps?
We'll have to see as they're definitely interested in that idea. We're going to see run it back, push on through, looking for any open frags. Going to see one on the other side of Tetris, but won't act easily connect as the flame will dissipate, and Ska pushing aggressively into the shower, finding frag onto Dizzy, and Ska continuing the damage onto Mendo, has full control of the shower. It's going to maybe take a quick dip as the rest of Team Canyon now funneling through. It'll be Sync that finds the frag.
Down.
As it's round number 11 here. Team Canyon looking for that another win to put on the board. But Mirage has something to say about it. We'll see if they're able to do so.
It will get the plant here for Team Canyon. Or maybe not. Skadoodle and Brax cleaning up. It looked like they were going to have that, but some breach followed by some nice shots. Skadoodle with an op. You love to see it if you are a Counter-Strike fan. And no plant there for Team Canyon. Now 10-1 as we near closer to the half. 2 more rounds, or 1 more round, my mistake, here in the half. Can Team Mirage 11-1, or can Team Canyon stop the bleeding and make it 10-2?
AZK not really sure how many guns he wants. He might have all of them on the side of Long Ear. He's got a Vandal waiting for him at home as he walks on out with the operator. There will be one member on the other side. It is Kellar waiting at Fountain. Ska using the Viper's Spit in mid. Gonna discourage Team Canyon completely off of that push. But little does Ska know that the spike is waiting on the other side. Team Canyon left it back there just to have a quick little breather. As they look for control of Hookah, Stim Beacon gonna pop out. Barrier Orb going to dissipate, and it's Aceu that's leading the charge, hoping for any entry frag that he can get. But it's ultimates available across the board for Mirage. Orbital Strike, Neutral Theft, Resurrection. They've got a pretty kitted out tool belt at their disposal. Fault Line going to daze only Sync. Now Mendo opens things up. The kill onto Brax. Kellar there waiting as well. Tripwire gonna push on through. Now things start to heat up. Aceu finding a frag as well. One's gonna hop through connector. It's Ska, but Mendo will answer back, and a quick resurrection will put Team Canyon on the board. 5-2. Mirage hold it back.
Prepare for hell
around here for Team Canyon. Orbital Strike gonna push him off. Kellar finds one, and now it's all down to nothing. As Team Canyon are poised to take the round, and nothing will find 2, surprisingly, in this last final round. Spike gets planted, jump on over the box, and it's Aceu that will find that frag. Deleted off the map, as Team Canyon will find their round, and at the half, it's 10-2. Team Canyon have a mountain to climb. Jacob, can they do it?
It's looking pretty grim here. They will get to play some defense here. Most of the maps are defensive sided. Bind not as bad as some of the others, such as Split. We will see whenever we go into match 2. The winner here gets to do the honors of, or the loser here, sorry, gets to do the odds aside selection, which will be the loser gets to ban the other map. So we do see here this game on Bind. The second map will be either Split or Haven, depending on what happens here. This is the finals. This is for all the marbles. Will Mirage make this a quick 2-0? Clicking some heads, as Arda Ocow would like to say. But will they make this a quick 2-0, or will Canyon be able to either scale back here or in game 2?
We'll have to see. Team Canyon now on the defensive side. Bind does not favor one side or the next, so it'll be tricky tactics that Team Canyon has to defend. Mirage ready to push on through. Ready to take onto that site. It'll be a push that starts to commence. Pistol round battle will begin, and it's kill after kill. Traded back and forth. The spike carrier being killed, but the barrier orb will stop the advance on both sides. But it's Brax on the other side, surprisingly breaking his way onto the site, and he'll have control. As he'll just swing around the corner. Mendo gonna pay the price. Spy cam gonna be coming out, looking for who's on the other side. as it will be Dizzy and Kellar, the last two remaining members, nothing holding on to that angle. Considering this is a pistol round, every round matters here for Team Canyon, and nothing able to rob that away from Dizzy is now Kellar, the last remaining member. We've seen him do it time and time again, but the swing, now a 1v1. As Hiko looks to turn the corner, but now it's just ring around the Rosie. But does Kellar have a pocket full of Rosies? He's gonna find Hiko, and the headshot comes through. That's Team Canyon. The spike, will it be defused? I think he's got enough time, but Team Canyon on the board in this attacker-sided half.
And he may not have the best of KDAs after getting plowed on from the defensive side of Team Mirage, but Kellar, again, we have said time and time again, he may not be the most famous player on Team Canyon. You may not know him as well as some of these others, but he has been clutch throughout this entire tournament. He's making those plays, getting those defuses, sometimes getting the plants and then holding when he's been on attack side. Impressive play all the way through for him. Can Team Canyon mount this comeback? We are going to be able to see.
At least with this first round, they have the opportunity to obviously lock and load with a few Spectres here and there. Team Canyon sitting pretty in the weapons department. Definitely the advantage here over Mirage. Mirage on an eco, but a couple of sheriffs in the hands of a fully kitted out Mirage. Sorry, a couple of sheriffs in the hands of Team Mirage can still be a deadly force to be reckoned with. And you can see that now as Brax finding an open kill onto Dizzy, and they're still pushing into the site aggressively. A couple of ghosts here as well.
Our spike carrier is
Brax
killed.
just needs to hop on in there. Aceu finding the kill onto Ska. And it's just fight over this site. They're all nearby, ready to start the party. Aceu senses the spike's been planted, getting that open frag onto nothing. A few more in Hookah. Kellar will answer for that. And now Team Mirage, 2 members remaining. One will peek around the corner. Aceu will find that one, and Kellar with the clean defuse. The round will end, and now 4-10. Team Canyon are clawing their way back into this match.
Will they be able to carry this momentum from those 2 early rounds in this half? We should see Team Mirage here by momentarily. For those unfamiliar, we will say it again. There is a spectating bug around the game, where now we are able to see those buy out. When you first tab in to that, it does not allow you to see what they actually buy. You have to re-tab again. Thank you to our observers for doing that for us. We do see Vandals and Phantoms come out for Team Mirage. Equal gun round time, Simo. Can the Team Canyon team keep this momentum going? Or will Team Mirage step on the neck and try to move forward?
For Team Mirage, every single round counts, and for that, Team Canyon need to play safe, but also play smart, especially up against such a savvy team as Team Mirage, who've had so much experience at many various invitationals. They know when to push and when to hold back, and you can see now they're just waiting in the wings in Hookah. They've been pushed away by the hot hands of Dizzy, but still are interested on this B-side push. There are actually 2 Canyon members pushing through Market, so we may see a little bit of a pincer maneuver, as it's Mendo who's waiting in the wings. But again, Team Mirage biding their time, waiting for the perfect moment to push on in.
Where will Team Mirage decide to go? We see one player and nothing over here on A site. He does get fragged out by SYNCdez. Remaining members of Team Mirage hovering near Hookah and B long. It seems like they will make the call to push. Here they go. Kellar does have some information as to where they are, as does Aceu. Brax gets a frag onto Kellar on the entry. Aceu just looking to get some cleanup here. Hiko gets one. Dizzy gets another. Hiko gets Dizzy. Aceu returns on to Ska. And now 2v2. Spike is down. 2v1. As Mendo frags out Brax. Hiko, the sole man, holding here from the Hookah position. He knows where one is. Mendo gets him. Aceu gets the simultaneous defuse. And 5-10. Team Canyon get another round here in an important moment for them.
Yeah, Team Mirage now potentially forced on an eco. We don't see enough out of them do buy any Vandals or Phantoms, which I'm pretty sure they would like to prefer. We may see Spectres, but it's still Sheriff coming out for Ska. I think they will look to sacrifice, well, not necessarily sacrifice this round, but they won't have the equipment to really do what it is that they want to do. Team Canyon, on the other hand, are locked and loaded and ready to bring the fight over to Team Mirage. Team Mirage now waiting in the wings, spy phase down, waiting for that push onto short, as it'll be Brax waiting for the execution in showers, but the peek here from Aceu, they know it's an eco. AZK waiting in market, looking for any potential flanks, and Team Canyon backs away, giving Mirage some space to work with. Smoke gonna come down, Mendo will find a frag, and continued spray will discourage Mirage from pushing any further.
Now down 1, where will Mirage push? Now down 2, thanks to Sync fragging out nothing with that headshot. They can either push up this position, although there is a wall waiting for them. They can fire through it, or they can make a call otherwise. Team Canyon in the driver's seat here as we see a heal up from them. All nearly full health. We do see ultimates for Jet and for Cypher. Will Team Mirage decide to make this push onto A site? Team Canyon's prepared for it if they do.
They're still waiting in the wing, Sync here with a pretty aggressive ult orb. It'll be Ska that finds him.
Toxin screen down.
And now the toxic screen, unfortunately not enough toxic juice to kind of handle that. Aceu and Hiko trade away Mendo as well, and now it's all down to Ska. Several seconds remain, but he will back away with a Phantom. He picked up along his journey. Team Canyon win yet another round on the board for them in this attacker side at half. Got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. Team Mirage with a very convincing first half, 10 rounds to be exact. And now Team Canyon in the driver's seat. Ball is in their court. Can they take it to the hoop? Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to find out as we enter into the next round. Team Mirage with a full buy. Let's see how they handle it, as Team Canyon is doing quite well on this second half.
For those just joining us, welcome to the ESPN Esports Valorant Invitational. I am Jacob Wolf. I am joined by Simo here. You here on the play-by-play. If you have missed today's matches, we saw a semifinal earlier between Team Canyon and Team Heroes. Team Canyon representing Apex Legends, and Team Heroes representing the Overwatch community. Then we saw another semifinal, Team Mirage versus Team Dev. Team Mirage representing the Counter-Strike community, and Team Dev, well, that's a little self-exclamatory for you. The Valorant developers themselves in the game. Mirage beat Dev, Canyon beat Heroes 13-11 for both of those games. And now we see this is the first match of our best of 3 as Mirage face off against Canyon.
Hiko ready to push in on with that flashing point breach charge. Hoping that someone's on the other side, but Team Canyon now holds fast 3v4 on the site. But it'll be a push off the hot hands, able to find AZK, and Team Canyon looking for yet another round for themselves on this attacker side at half for them. Sorry, the defender side at half for them. And Mirage still with 3 ultimates available. Will look to push on in. Hiko opening up with that frag onto Dizzy, and now Fault Line going to continue to push, but it's a quick barrier orb from the side of Team Canyon to stop that push. And now an orbital strike. Mendo finding the frag onto Brax, Sync with the rotation. But it's still a 3v2, very doable for Mirage. Spike yet to be planted. Ska taken out of the equation. And now it's all down to Hiko. Couple of shots ring out through the box. Spike getting planted. Someone is around the corner, and it's Kellar that finishes him off. And Team Canyon inching ever so closely back into the conversation, 7-10. Jacob, did we expect this out of Team Canyon, or was this their plan all along?
As an Atlanta Falcons fan, Atlanta sports fan in general, I'm getting a little bit of PTSD here if you watched the Super Bowl a few years ago, between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. Team Mirage just really screwing up their lead here, that they surmounted a really heavy lead on the defender side. And now Team Canyon with this momentum as it continues. We see Aceu with the op sitting on top of this truck. No one is there for him to shoot with it. They are mostly towards B site. Now what will they do? This has become much more closer than any of us anticipated, particularly with how the first half started with Team Mirage on defense. Team Mirage is looking to make a play here on B, doing something. Hiko has played this hookah position normal several times, and while he's gotten a few frags, his team has not found success. Brax with the early frag on the Dizzy. Now they're going to push into site, Zemo.
Yeah, Brax is going to be leading that charge, and it's Cypher, Cypher. Kellar going to come out on top. Neural Theft not able to connect in the nick of time. And now Team Mirage is resurrecting.
I know exactly
Viper thing will come out, and this is going to be a very rough take coming out from Canyon. With a big pit, it's going to be very difficult to push on it, but Team Canyon still determined to push through. Ska getting a little cheeky, hiding on the top side of the box. Nothing. Options connect with Ska that finds the kill on Mendo as it's traded away, and now the last member remaining, it's Sync who's waiting in elbow. As Brax will find him through the smoke, and another round here, or sorry, their first round on the attacker side at half. Team Mirage are inching so close to match point.
Finally, after losing all of those rounds on attack, Team Mirage scaling it back. They needed that win. They need to break the economy here with another, and they need to get some steamroll if they want to get us to match 2 with a 1-0 advantage. Can they do it? Team Mirage, a heavy favorite, I think, to many. In this tournament, for some, Team Dev obviously had very high expectations, but we got to see Dev and Mirage in the semifinal, thanks to Canyon actually beating Dev themselves in the group stage yesterday. And now we see Canyon v Mirage. Mirage 2 rounds away from winning it, 1 more away from match point. Aceu sitting over all of these smokes. What a sight that was as he waits. Mendo with an early frag on to nothing. Will pick up a different gun for himself other than that Bulldog. Now looking to use his barrier orb. Has not put it down yet. Will heal himself and back up. See Team Mirage spread out now down 4v5. As we see a rotation from Skadoodle to pick up that spike. Potentially another B push here as we saw earlier. As Hiko and AZK are sitting in hookah and Brax sitting in B long.
Team Mirage still looking for an opportunity, some sort of indication to push on into this B site. As it's Kellar that now gets a little athletic, gets aggressive, finds his alter ego, the man in the mirror, and will take him down. As now Team Mirage with the operator in tow, not able to connect onto Dizzy. It's Hiko that returns the favor. There are 2 members laying in wait. Kellar will get the job done as Canyon will continue to push ever so closely to a tie up against Team Mirage. What started out to be a rough defender-sided half. Sorry, attacker-sided half for Team Canyon are now putting in the work. Aceu on the top of the leaderboard. We've seen his highlights time and time again with the Jet on social media, proving to us that he is a master of the wind. I'm assuming that's what Jet uses to fuel her power, but now 8-11 Team Canyon are poised to continue their push as Mirage are looking only for 2 rounds to close this out. Let's see what happens.
Now they are stacking on B site. We do see a slow orb come out from the side of Team Canyon. It doesn't matter because nothing just crouches, gets the frag onto Kellar. Mendo returns in kind with 1 onto Brax using that off. Beautiful from nothing with that orbital strike. Sync does get that frag. Mendo does raise Dizzy with the revive. Hiko gets one on the Sync, and there's the spike down. Nothing with another 1v1 here. Hiko versus Aceu. Up v Vandal. What will happen here?
Down to the wire for Hiko here. 1 HP in a dream. But let's hope that he wakes up and he's ready to get into the action. Aceu waiting on the other side. Spike's been planted. All Hiko needs to do is play for time. The moment the defusal comes through and Aceu thinks he knows where he is, the spike's going to be defused. It's the fake. But will the pump fake work? He doesn't know. Is it wood? Is the elbow? And he goes in his brain. And now match point here for Team Mirage. As Team Canyon are still fighting the good fight, but Mirage is ready to close out game number 1 as they are at match point.
We saw Hiko have that challenge earlier from the hookah position in one of the earlier rounds. After they were able to get the plant down onto the B site, he lost that one, but he certainly did the right thing there, being very, very patient with that 1 HP, playing that B long position. Aceu with the tap, trying to bait Hiko out. Hiko did not respond and waited and played very, very patiently. Hiko top fragging here again, like I said, has been incredibly consistent throughout this tournament. Potential tournament MVP if Mirage go on to win here. Meanwhile, on the side of Team Canyon, you have to give props to Kellar. He has had a very, very good time throughout this tournament for Team Canyon. Maybe not always the top fragger, but one of the most consistent in terms of playing the right site, the right time, and making people either push off or push on, depending on what he needs. AZK with the frag here on the Dizzy. And it looks like Team Mirage may be making a B push here once again.
I have to see, is Kellar able to spot out Hiko, and now, like you said earlier, a 4v5, not looking too good for Team Canyon, but still doable considering the circumstances. Now, a big rolling thunder coming out from Hiko, looking to push them off. A big flashpoint coming out as well. A lot of utility used as AZK finds another. And it's Mirage poised for game number 1 here. Smoke's going down, blocking off U-Haul. Team Canyon smells that there's something in the pudding and they start the rotation. A lot of utility used barrier orb as well as toxic stream, but the spike will be planted, and now Team Canyon look to retake. Brax finds the kill onto Kellar here in rotation, answers back with AZK, a 2v4. Aceu now waiting in the wing, sees one, chips off the dome, and now nothing, sent back to the spectate screen. Mendo finding another, a 2v2, he finds the second, and now down to Hiko. Waiting in the cubby, the swing from Hiko, a 1v1. It's down to the wire. Barrier orb still gonna see things out. Aceu knows where he is, but Hiko will clutch things out against all